You are listening to the Cigar Noise Boys. Singing to an ocean, I can hear the ocean's roar. Play for free, play for me, and play a whole lot more.
Nope. You
Really?
stumped.
No. You too?
No! It's The Ocean by Led Zeppelin.
Oh, man.
I was torn between that and Lithium because I wanted to do a post on Instagram with Tyler's face over the baby, naked baby,
Oh yeah.
drowning.
Nirvana?
Yeah.
Oh wait, or
Does Dom know the nickname that I dubbed you here in Nicaragua, bro?
El Baby Grande?
That's not El Bebe Grande. It's just Bebe Grande.
Oh, Baby Grande.
I've
Bebe
heard
Grande.
That was
It's
heard it said.
It's here. That's the only thing they know Tyler as. They do not know Tyler's real name. Nailed
See,
it. Kobe.
I didn't know that was you who penned that name.
Yeah, because we were at the factory one day. We were at Skips. We're at Nicky Sueño. And the girls kept asking me because I speak, a little bit more Spanish than Tyler.
a
They're like,
lot more.
what's his name? What's his name? And I was like, looking at Tyler, because Tyler's got that baby face. I was like, Bebe Grande. And they died laughing. And I was like, yep, it's done. It's official. Bebe Grande.
No, I think Skip came up with it.
You did not come up with it, Tyler. You're doing that on purpose. Don't even play, motherfucker. Don't you even play. Skip didn't come with that damn nickname. Stop playing with me. And my nicknames are the best.
Yeah. Well, the three of us, it's you got Oso, Diablo Blanco, and Baby Grande.
They know me in the streets here as El Guapo.
A whopping. All right, let's start off with for those who don't know Joe, tell us a little bit about yourself. Wait, what do you got? You weren't saying shit.
Boys, welcome. I was opening up a drink. Dom and Tyler,
Bad
joined by
timing.
Baxter. Now
Joe.
do your thing. Joe, yeah. Okay, go. Tyler.
Did we already open it?
Yeah.
Joe? Yeah.
Dom's being really weird right now.
We opened it.
This should all be in the video, by the way, the podcast. This right here should all be in there.
It
Don't
is.
edit it out.
All right.
Okay,
Tech
for
guy.
those who do not know me, my name is Joe. I had a cigar shop in Phoenix, Arizona called Baxter Cigars. We were known as the dumbasses in Phoenix. We did a lot of fun stuff, but no one really liked it until everyone started doing it. So, had my shop for a few years. Tried to open another location. Tried to open another location because when I had opened my shop to when the shop closed because of a leasing issue, the smoking laws had changed in Phoenix, Arizona, so it became very difficult. And I'm not going to go into all the shenanigans that happened because whoever knows the real story knows. But ended up not opening the location, and shortly after started working for AJ Fernandez for a year. I was the regional sales supervisor for Texas and Louisiana. And then after that, I sold all my shit and moved to Nicaragua. Best choice I ever made in my motherfucking life. I'm gonna tell you that. Are we about to cuss on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay.
got that explicit tag. So
Sorry,
is Baxter a middle name?
Baxter is the name of my former business partner's dog.
Got it.
And it just sounded like a cool name. Everyone thinks that's my last name. And I answer to it when people are like Baxter or they're like Joe Baxter. I just answer to it because that's what people have called me forever. Not my last name. Not going to divulge my last name just for plausible deniability.
I almost fucking said it.
Right? My business partner had a dope ass last name. And I was like, we should use your last name, which his last name was Bentley. And he had a Bentley. And I was like, dude, Bentley Cigars. And he's like, I don't want my name attached to this because he knows I'm just. So he was like, just in case you do some dumb shit. I was like, all right, well, we were throwing around names. There was actually a bunch of our customers / homies that we were just like spitballing names. And somebody had mentioned, I think it was my buddy John Easton, was like, what about Baxter? He's kind of like the mascot of the store because he'd always be in the shop. And I was like, actually, Baxter kind of sounds like a cool name. You need to tilt that back up, Ty. Yeah. I said, Baxter sounds like a cool name. It kind of rolls off the tongue. And then, yeah, man, we we said, fuck it, let's roll with Baxter.
Dope. I wanted to say you made a comment about leasing. It's that shit happens a fuck ton. Like Smokers Abbey in Austin, they got to move because Ian ran into his landlord and he's like, "Oh, I've been meaning to talk to you, blah blah blah." And the guy's like, "Oh yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you too. You got to get out of here. Your neighbors don't like you." Like, what do you mean? They're all nice to me. No, they don't like you.
Yeah,
that shit happens
which
all
neighbors,
the fucking
the
time.
brewery? Dude, that was so nice. You just go next door.
He sends so many customers there with the coffee store too. Like, they love our money, but they hate the smell of our smoke. Mine actually was had nothing to do with smoke because the property that I was at had a cigar shop there since like the mid 80s, I think it was. It was the fact that our property increased substantially, like 3 times what I was paying, which I was paying a fuck ton of money. I was paying $5,000 a month for 1,100 square feet. And that wasn't including like utilities and stuff. That was the rent and cams. Damn. So, they found that our property is worth like $10,000 a month. So almost, close to triple there. No, more. I mean, no, sorry. It wasn't 10,000. Excuse me. It was 10,000, but with cam fees, it was like closer to like 12,500. People probably don't know what cam fees are. I'm not going to go into that, but common area maintenance. It's just like the ins and outs of like the little things that need to be done and like the lights for the property and all that stuff. But yeah, it was like 12,500. And I was like, what the fuck? And they didn't even offer me to pay more. They were just like, you need to go.
You need to go.
You guys to go. We actually, my attorney, we had a short period of arbitration just between both law firms. And here goes Skip right now walking through. What a dick, right in the middle of the podcast. What an asshole. Look at this fucking guy. Just walking on through. Like, that's what's going on. But yeah, we had some issues with that, and here he comes, putting his big ass head, watermelon head.
What's up?
Dom was on there.
No one cares about Dom.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And long story short, guys, it was worth a fuck ton of money, and my attorney filed it's been so long. He filed I forget what the legal phrase is, but essentially it was a stop. They couldn't kick us out. And the judge gave us like 6 months, and they were like, after 6 months, we'll have to actually go to trial on this. And my attorney was like, you'll never beat these dudes. They're a $1 billion corporation. You're a bum. Like, you don't win with these guys. So I threw my hands up, said, we'll find another location. That got fucked. And then I said, you know what? I'm moving to Nicaragua.
So tell us about that. So like you had been coming down before that, right? Like it wasn't like you'd never been there before and you're like, I'm going to stay here. What, like, tell us more of the background with that.
Yeah. So, I originally came here for a My Father tour, in like 2000, I think it was like 2015. Had a good time. Didn't get to see any of the country. Didn't really get to see any of Esteli because you're kind of stuck doing what they want you to do, right? They want to go to this field this day, this field this day, do the plant, do the whole, packaging area and then the box area. And it's cool, but you didn't get to see the country. And I had the opportunity, shout out to my homie Costa at Smoking Maniac in Philly. He was like, yo, let's go to the Mumbacho anniversary party. And I was like, yeah, that sounds dope. And he's like, yeah, and then we're going to tour Nicaragua. And I was like, that sounds cool. He's like, yeah, book your flight. I'm like, for how long? He's like, 2 months. And I'm like, whoa. And this is just after I figured out the second location, the tomfoolery that happened with that. Mm-hmm. So I was already, kind of bummed about that. And I was like, dude, 2 months. And Costa hit me in the gut. He goes, what else are you doing? And I was just like, damn, too soon, bro. Jesus. And I was like, you know what, Costa, you're right. So second best decision I ever made in my life. Went with Costa. We did 2 months in Nicaragua. We went everywhere. Ometepe, Granada, San Juan del Sur, Esteli. We bypassed like Managua because we both had already been in Managua. And there's nothing really in Managua to do for us. But yeah, we just did a whole bunch of partying and just smoking cigars and literally enjoying life. And right after I got back from that trip, I I got offered the AJ position, which I never applied for. That came out of nowhere. I literally was home for a day in the US. I get a phone call from their COO at the time. And I thought it was Brandon Holsworth, their old rep, playing a joke on me.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I told you about this. I proceeded to hang up on the guy like 3 times in a row. And then finally he was like, dude, this is the guy we want to hire you. And I'm like, well, dude, I never applied. Nothing. He was like, well, we talked to a few retailers and they know you really well. And you already know a lot of the retailers in Texas. So I took the job sight unseen, moved to Texas like a week and a half after I took that phone call. Worked AJ for about 10 and a half months. And then that went belly up. As many people know, of a lot of their reps, people that have represented their product. I won't go into that because they make fantastic products. But yeah, just, I did that. And then I was coming back and forth, as you know, Ty, doing a little cigar. I ain't even gonna say it because I know people are gonna steal the phrase, so I ain't gonna say it. But I was doing a little cigar thing and flipping stuff. And 4 years ago, I made a decision just to move here. Literally, I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna move to Nicaragua.
Has it been 4 years already?
It was 4 years. It's been 4 years. I mean, I've lived here full time, as you know. Before COVID, I was doing the whole like every other month back and forth in the States. And then COVID hit and I was like, I ain't going back to America. Not with them motherfucking idiots. Like, I'm just going to stay.
I fucked up, man, because Southwest was offering half our pay to go away for a year. And
what? We got?
Yeah, I talked to Skip about it, but Skip was in Austin. I should have came down.
You fucking bro.
I fucked up.
Why'd you even talk to Skip about that shit?
I don't know, but
Tyler, you would have been miserable not working doubles all the time.
No, Joe, I can relax with the best of them.
Dom's right, but Dom, one of these days I'm gonna get you. Dom, you got kids and a wife?
Not yet. Fiance.
Fuck. When you're ready,
by a few months.
When you're ready, you need to come fuck with your boys in Nicaragua. I promise you will have an amazing time.
Yeah, as long as I don't drown. So Tyler, you posted about almost dying, and I didn't tell you this. I knew we couldn't podcast, so I almost did a solo podcast and just talked crap about you the same night that you almost died.
That would have
been perfect timing.
So what went down?
All right, I don't remember much, so that's why we got. I mean, this isn't the only reason why I wanted Joe on. Joe is one of the funniest dudes I've ever met, and you know a shit ton about cigars. You've been down there forever, and you do a lot of cool projects down there. But we got to give the people what they want, and I don't remember a lot of it. And you're a better storyteller than me, so just start with, or however you want to go about it.
Dom, I hope you're ready. I'll try to make it short. So the best part about this trip, besides Tyler coming to visit me, is that he came with Costa. Surprised me. I had no idea Costa was coming. It was a great surprise because I went to go help Tyler with his luggage. And when I walked out of the apartment, I saw the car, went to go grab the luggage, and I turned on the corner and Costa's crouched down behind the car. And the driver's there. So I look at the driver and then I look down at somebody crouched down and it's Costa. And I'm like shocked, right? I'm like, holy shit, no way. Costa's here with Tyler. This is about to be the best trip of my motherfucking life. So, we get the guys situated. I'm there with the little shorty and she's like, what's going on? I'm like, nothing. My boys are here. I'm super excited. She's like, that's dope. We get the guys situated. And the next day, Costa, there's this beach that Costa loves going to in San Juan del Sur called Maderas. There's many reasons why it's awesome. One, they have this shark fin shaped like rock in the ocean, and the sun literally sets right on top of the peak of this little rock formation. And when I say little, it's probably like 150 feet tall. And the sun sits like perfectly when it sets right on top of it. It's gorgeous. And there's a little restaurant there that serves these banging ass, we call them chocolates. It's just this chocolate drink with chocolate, milk, coffee, and banana, and it's like blended, so it's like a smoothie. It's fucking banging, and you could get it with rum or without. Obviously, I don't drink, so I got it without. Tyler, did you have it with rum or without rum?
No, I didn't get one.
Okay, Costa got his with rum. My little shorty, she got one with rum, and we're hanging out, having a good time. And Costa and Bebe Grande decide, let's go in the ocean. So we were taking videos of the sun setting. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Hold on. Did they decide together? Was it more Costa or was it more Tyler?
You know what? Actually, I wasn't there for the conversation because I was taking videos and pictures. And it's like gradually as the group started getting, because before when we were taking the videos, we were in the restaurant. Then we just started gradually getting to the beach and getting closer and closer. And then all of a sudden, Costa takes his shirt off, Tyler takes his shirt off, and they got in the water about 30 seconds to a minute before I did. And then I was like, fuck it. I take my shirt off, I jump in the water. And we're having a good old time, man. It's like being a kid, you're letting the waves push you around. And the waves are pretty good size. I'd say they're about 8 footers. Once we got out there a little bit more. And sun's going down, which is, as obviously in hindsight is not the most intelligent thing we ever did, because now it's starting to get dark. And as you know, as the sun goes down, the waves start to get larger. So we're about, I'm guessing about 600 meters away from the actual beach, like from the sand. We're having a good old time. Sunset,
600 meters?
Because we kind of let our bodies drift out, right? We kind of just out. About 600 meters. About 600 meters. Right. Just when we're going with this, I know it sounds ridiculous, but we were far away from the beach. Like when you looked at the beach, you couldn't see people. Like we were having a good old time, And the further out you are, usually the less harsh the waves are, because you're really away from where the waves are really closer to the beach, not further from the beach, until you get out in the ocean. So we're just chilling, have a good time, swimming, letting the water bob us around, and we're out there for about 30-ish minutes. And, we start to notice that we're shifting. We're kind of floating away. The current's kind of taking us in a different direction. So I begin to swim back, right? And I'm getting out of here, dude. I'm not like I'm a great swimmer. I'm just like, I'm getting out of here. Starting to get dark. Like I'm going back to the beach. I got a little shorty waiting for me. She don't know how to swim, so she's probably wondering what the fuck's going on. So I start swimming back, right? And as I'm swimming back, I'm maybe about 100 meters. Not 100 meters, no. I'm maybe about 100 feet from Costa. And Dom, if you know anything about water, is like sound doesn't reflect off of water. So like when you yell, you can't hear shit. Like the person you're yelling at can't really hear you. So like Costa yells like a little faint, Joe. And I turn around, and when I look at Costa, I see Costa's like worried face. And I look past Costa and I see Tyler's blank motherfucking face, blank. And when I say blank, he wasn't scared, he wasn't angry, he wasn't nothing. I mean, this was Tyler. It was like you said a joke and Tyler found it impressive. He was just like, and what? So I'm like, okay. So I swim back. Tyler doesn't look like he's in any harm or in harm's way at all. So I swim back. This is me swimming. I get back to Costa and he's like, dude, Tyler's gone, bro. And I'm like, what do you mean gone? He's like, the motherfucker's gone. He is not there in his head. So me and Costa both swim back to Tyler, and he's literally just letting the waves just push him around, bro. Like in his mind, he is checked the fuck out. So me and Costa both grab Tyler. We're like shouting demands at him, like, Tyler, snap out of it, motherfucker. Like, like he's shell shocked, right? Like he's in war and he's just sitting there with a fucking rifle in his hand, just like, and I'm like, shoot back at him. And he's just like,
like in Inception, like 3 dreams in.
Exactly. Remember that part in Saving Private Ryan when the American soldiers run up the steps and he sees a German that he let go before and he could have shot the motherfucker, but he just like looks at him and then he like slowly walks past him, even though he could have just shot that motherfucker. Yeah, that was Tyler. Tyler was the Saving Private Ryan. He was just like, so we're shouting demands at Tyler. We're trying to get him to like respond to what we're saying, and he's not like, but he's kind of like, he's okay, yeah, I'm gonna swim a little bit. I'm gonna help you motherfuckers out because I'm a $170, bro. I'm 170 pounds, soaking wet with quarters in my pocket. I'm a little motherfucker. I'm tall, I'm 6'2", but I'm a fucking beanpole. So I'm looking at Tyler like, man, I didn't finish on my Baywatch courses. Like I can like kind of save this motherfucker. Like if we were close to like the beach, but like we're far out, dude. So I'm like thinking to myself, like, how are we gonna do this? Maybe we both grab his arms and just kick. So we're trying to like shout the man's at Tyler, and he's being somewhat responsive. And then I realized like we don't got this, dude. So I'm like, look, I'm like yelling at Tyler. I'm like, look, Tyler, this is what's gonna happen, bro. We're just gonna ride the waves. Because like if you've ever been in the ocean, like whenever I get tired, like I'll swim until I get like super exhausted. And then I'll just ride the waves and do just like body surfing, right? The wave pushes you in, then you just stop, wait for the next wave. Pushes you in, wait for the next wave. Pushes you in. So that's what I normally do. So I'm like, Tyler, look, when this next wave comes, bro, we're just gonna ride it in. And he kind of like makes like a head nod gesture, like, yeah, okay. And I go to ride it in. But Costa's watching Bebe Grande, he's watching Tyler. I go to ride it in, dude. So I'm like, I'm riding it in. I'm just like, wee. I look back at Costa, and Costa's just shaking his head no. And I'm like, I swim back and I'm like, what happened? He's like, bro, this motherfucker just ate the whole wave to his face. Like he just looked at the wave and this shit just smacked him in his face. I'm like, are you serious, dude? He's like, yeah. So I'm like, we're done. I hear in the background, I hear beep. I hear people blowing a whistle. And I'm like, is that for us? Bro, here comes Nicaraguan Baywatch, bro. Straight up. Two Nicas on surfboards, two Nicaraguan dudes on surfboards. They paddle out to us and they're like, hey man, you need help, And we're like, yeah, our boy needs help. So we're trying to, me and this Nicaraguan dude are trying to get Tyler on this longboard. He's got a longboard, thank God. We're getting Tyler on it. And on a longboard like that, you want to be back towards the back. You don't want to be at the front. Well, Tyler's checked out, like I said, and now he's onto something secure that floats. So he's literally, his forearms are like this and he's holding the front of the board. But we're trying to get him to the back of the board because if you're at the front, once a wave comes, it just flips you over like this. So the dude's like yelling at Tyler. He's like, bro, get to the back. And the guy speaks English. And I'm like, Tyler, get to the back. So I've got my right hand on the board and my left hand on Tyler's ankle. And the dude's got his left hand on the board and his right hand on his ankle. We're trying to pull Tyler back and push the board forward. And Tyler's he's got the car in neutral, bro, and we're trying to push start it, but he's holding the brake. So the car's in neutral. We're like, bro, put it in neutral. And he's like, it is in neutral, but his foot's on the brakes. He's got he's white knuckling like this, bro, holding the board.
Kung Fu grip.
No matter how much we pull, we ain't going nowhere because we got his weight and the fact that he's holding the board. We can't even see he's holding the board. The fact that he's holding the board, we're trying to pull him back. So finally I see his hands. The dude sees his hands. He's like, let go of the board, bro. So we finally get him back. The waves are fucking us up. Long story short, we get to shore. The dudes get us to this rock area. We get Tyler to a rock area. And I'm skipping a lot of the story because it's just going to go on forever. We get to the rock area. Tyler's refusing to help, so I push his butt up. Thumb all up in the butthole, fucking right up the mountain. We go up this cliff. We'll Luch too. There goes Luch. Say hello, Luch.
What's up, Luciano?
Benefit of living in Nicaragua. So we get him up on the mountain. He sits down, he's gassed, and we're like, bro, we got to get out of here because the waves are going to come up. So we get him from the beach, from the rock formation to the beach. Long story short, we buy all these Nicaraguans around the beers, and Bebe Grande, the legend of Bebe Grande lives on, man. He's still alive, he's still with us. But we almost drowned him less than 24 hours him being in Nicaragua. It's fucking epic.
So I know, Tyler, you don't really drink unless it's like a pina colada.
No, I was stone cold sober.
Huh.
Sober as hell.
I don't know if I was sober. Yeah. What was I gonna say? No, I had swallowed a lot of water, and I don't know what was going on. And I was tired because we traveled the whole day, and we walked like probably 2 miles to get to that joint. So yeah, it was a
brain and body were just resetting.
Yeah.
Bro, he drank a bunch of water. He got exhausted. It was a whole bunch of things that happened.
Yeah.
Combination. But I mean, we got him back. I'm not gonna lie. There was a point. Me and Costa talked about this after Tyler left. There was a point where I didn't say anything to Costa, but I was thinking in my mind. I was like, there ain't no way this motherfucker can die. So I was like, whatever I gotta do, if I gotta die, Baby Garda's gotta live. There ain't no way we can let this motherfucker die. I'll never hear the end of it. You killed Tyler, you pieces of shit.
Oh my God.
Rosie would have been on you.
Oh yeah. Rosie would choke the shit out of me.
Joe, I've got to say, I like how you use a metric system. Is that something you adopted since living in Nicaragua?
Yes, because this is the best part, Dom, is I'll say something to somebody and I'll be like, yeah, feet. And they'll just be like, or I'll be like, miles. And they'll be like, which miles is this? But they'll just be like, that doesn't mean fucking, that's nothing to me. So I'm like, okay, meters, kilometers. I sound all Canadian and shit. But yeah, I definitely adopted it here, being here, because, you know, nothing makes sense of how we do things in America. Inches, fucking, you know, feet, miles. They don't get any of it.
Tell us a little about the Gringo Locos.
Okay, so one thing I do here is they call me the Gringo Mayor of Esteli, and the reason they call me that is because there's like 10 gringos that live in Esteli, and I know all of them, and I'm kind of like the go-to for things. So if somebody needs an attorney, I know somebody here. If somebody needs a guy
Reese's Pieces,
I got the plug. I'm the plug. So so I kind of know everyone, and connected with all the gringos here. And a lot of us have motorcycles. So I bought a Kawasaki KLR 650 here, which is a bike I wanted to buy in the States for a long time. I finally found one and purchased it here. And then I found the second one, and I purchased that for my other buddy. And he now has the bike. So there's about eight of us gringos that got bikes. And we started a group called Gringos Locos. We got our own motorcycle club. We got our own stickers. We ain't got jackets yet. But shout out to my boy Logan, because me and Logan were talking about this idea like a year ago. He was like, we should start a fucking motorcycle group. We came up with a name. I got a logo. Tyler, did I give you a sticker?
No, he didn't.
I'll bring a sticker back for you when I get back to the States for the trade show. But we made stickers. We're gonna get patches made. And it's essentially just a group of us gringos just together as like a crew, like a motorcycle club, but like a friendly motorcycle club. Unless you do something crazy, then, you know what I'm saying, we got to give you the wrath, bro. We got to put these hands on you, man. So yeah, just a fun group of gringos. We all smoke cigars. We all ride. And yeah, it's just like any other motorcycle club. We're not 1%ers, obviously, but it's just a group of us just having fun and smoking cigars and hanging out and going on like trips and shit, riding. But yeah, man, it's a good group of guys, man. It's fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can't really tell that story to too many people outside of that area.
Correct.
Because they probably would have some questions.
Yeah. They're like, oh, you a motorcycle club? You guys affiliated with blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
Blood in, blood out.
Right? There's quite a few motorcycle clubs here in Esteli or in Nicaragua in general. And but to my knowledge, I don't think any of them are 1%ers, or if they even know what that term means to be a 1%er.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Right? It's like I'm not gonna hold on. Luke's got a question for me. I don't know how much longer you guys think we're gonna be.
20 minutes, maybe.
20 minutes? 50 minutes? Okay. All right, bet. Thank you, Luke. I appreciate it. Sorry, we're just closing up shop. So, but yeah, 1%ers is like it's like prison shit.
Oh,
like,
Joe. You said where you were before we opened. So you Skip's walking around, Luciano's walking around. Where are you? This is kind of just a sideway.
Yeah. I'm at Ace Prime right now.
Yeah.
Luciano's factory. I'm sitting in the factory, like the rolling tables. You guys want me to give you a quick little show while we're here?
Well, we don't do the video, so there's no point in doing the podcast. It'd be cool to see. I've never seen it.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I can put my camera on.
Yeah, I'll just kind of describe it.
So this is the office.
Nice.
Marble table. They got a gorgeous marble table.
Some office chairs.
They have about 1, 2, 3, 4. They have about 50 rolling pairs in here. It's about 100 people, roughly. They just recently remodeled the entire factory, so they have air conditioning throughout, so the employees get to enjoy it. That's the AC unit way up there. That's for the front side. They have a big AC unit in the very back. This area over here to the right of the rolling stations is a packaging room. Then Dom, right back here where this dude's at in the blue shirt, in that door, there's a door back there. That's the bodega where all the cigars are at. That's one of the supervisors' sorting rooms. And then back here on the left, where this little part comes out, that's actually the part where the women sort the tobacco. So they like devein and then grade the tobacco. And I say women because like 99% of tobacco sorting is women. And I've been told, I'm not a professional, but I've been told that the reason why women sort tobacco is because women can see more shades of color than men.
Yeah, I've heard that. Except for salmon.
Oh,
men can pinpoint salmon as a color, and then everything else is just red, blue, green.
I mean, I got something funny I want to say to that, but I won't. I don't know how. I don't want to get attacked by anyone if I say something funny, but I've got a lot of experience in that area.
The word bodega. So I think that might be a spelling word that I teach at some point in the year. Is that across all factories? They use that for like the storage after the cigars are rolled?
Yeah, every factory I've ever been to, they say bodega, and that's where the cigar. But I've also heard them say bodega for like where the tobacco's at.
Like the pre-industry stuff, like the palones or the packing is what I've heard. Yeah.
But that's so. And I speak a pretty good amount of Spanish, but I think that's just like a term for like a room. That like a store's a bodega, like a convenience store's a bodega.
Yeah.
And it's
like in New York, yeah.
Exactly. There's a bodega in the back, and you're like, okay. But they always refer to like the aging room, like the cigars that are finished and ready, just waiting to be packaged. They always refer to that as the bodega. Like every factory I've ever been in, I've heard them say bodega. So yeah. But great factory. Skip's here because Skip and Luciano are buddies, and I'm buddies with both of them. So again, the perks of me living in Nicaragua, especially Esteli, is that a lot of my buddies are here, like my cigar buddies. And there's so many perks to living here that I could explain, but it's essentially like you get cigars whenever you want. Your boys are always like, oh, I'm making this new cigar. Will you try it? And you're like, you're the guinea pig for a cigar that's going to be selling all across the world. And you're like one of the first people to get to smoke it.
Yeah. In like a year and a half, 2 years, like you're.
Yeah. So it's dope. Luciano, I'm not going to talk about what Luciano's putting out before it's done. But today, Luciano had me smoke a cigar that is coming out for, I believe it's going to be ready for PCA. So we're smoking it today, just going over it, just talking about, what we're smoking, what we're tasting.
Nice.
And I'm currently smoking a Mil Diaz. So
tell us about what do you do? Like this is my biggest fear is like, let's say I quit Southwest, I moved down there. Not that I haven't thought about it 100 times. What do you do like when everybody's gone? Like what's your like?
Well, what do you mean when everybody's gone?
Like let's say Luciano and Skip.
Everybody for Tyler Skip.
Right.
Skips is everything.
You mean like gone to the States for like a week or two?
Yeah, like what do you like? Tell us about your day, like when you're not in a factory or when you're not, So my day to day is a lot like your grandpa when he retired. Okay, I wake up at whatever fucking time I feel like waking up. I don't set no alarm clock. I wake up, give myself a stretch in the morning, get up, take a shower, put my clothes on just like every other man, one leg at a time, put my pants on one leg at a time, shoes on one foot at a time, hop on my motorcycle and then cruise into town to my favorite coffee shop, which is called Cafe Don Luis. It's outdoors. They have outdoor seating. They have like 5 outdoor tables, and it's on the main strip of Esteli. It's called Calle Central. It's Central Street. And I just light up a cigar, get a little coffee with a bunch of milk in it, and smoke cigars all day. That's literally what I do all damn day. And then, I'm not going to go into the specifics of what I do after that. As Tyler knows, and Dom, I'm not sure if Tyler's told you a lot about me and what I do here in Nicaragua, but your boy Fox,
your boy out here, man. Your boy's out here, and I ain't like the rest of these gringos. I ain't. It's not no pay to play type shit. It's just most people that know me know I got the gift of gab, and as Sade said, I'm a smooth operator. So when it comes to females, I tend to be extremely charming. And I say most of the right thing.
Got a great personality.
Thank you very much, sir. Yeah. That's what mom says. Day to day, I just hang out, smoke cigars. I kick with the gringos, like the old timers, or like the old actual like pensionados, the guys that are retired. I just smoke cigars and kick it all day. And I buy a lot of clothing. Like I buy a lot of used clothing here and then resell in the US. I know it sounds weird, but I do it.
Tyler, didn't you get a Champion sweater before Champion kind of made a comeback? Your Nick
Well, I'd been on Champion for a minute, but I did find one down there. Yeah.
Sure did.
We got some listener questions, topics, or just shout things. G Fizzle says, be careful what you wish for with Joe.
Sheesh! That's my boy Sam. Shout out to Sam in Philly. Love you, bro.
No Cigars, No Life says, yeah, ask him about that shut your mouth and smoke cigar.
I mean, do you want me to go in detail?
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
Okay, so I was making a blend. I can't name the factory here, but I was making a blend with a factory that I was going to be releasing soon. And I had actually taken some samples back with me to the States and gave them to my buddy Denny, who's like my oldest cigar buddy. I've known Denny for like 20 years. But when I'm in the US, if I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, there's not a day I don't smoke cigars with Denny. And I gave them to a couple other close guys that I just know their palate because they're old customers of mine. And they fucking love the cigar. So Costa comes to town and I give him one. I don't say anything about it. I don't say that I'm going to be making this a blend or anything like that. I just give it to Costa. He smokes it and he's like, what the fuck is this? And he asked the guy, we're at the factory that the guy's making the cigar. And he goes, what the fuck is this to the guy? And I look at him and I go, shut your mouth. And then Costa was like, what? And I was like, shut your mouth. And he was like, we should name that the cigar. And I was like, good idea. Shut your fuck. I was going to say shut your fucking mouth, but I was like, just shut your mouth. So yeah, me and Costa are going to be doing a joint venture on this cigar. And it's a banger, I'll tell you that. And I know people say this all the time. It's like nothing you've ever smoked before. It's like nothing you've ever smoked before. It's a banger.
Nice.
I can't believe I didn't get to try one.
I know.
Hambob64 says, on a scale of 1 to Final Scene in Point Break, how rough was the surf that Tyler almost perished?
Oh shit. A step below Point Break, dude. A step below Point Break. The shit was gnarly.
Dire, yeah, it was dire.
Vlada says, did you almost get in a fight in Las Vegas Walmart? And did Vlad's gift of prophecy call it beforehand?
Okay, Vlad was there for this. Okay, so I have a tendency, I don't like fighting. And everyone says I'm always fighting. I'm not always fighting. Again, I've already stated I'm a small dude, okay? I'm like welterweight class. I'm not a big dude. But I didn't grow up in probably a neighborhood that you and Tyler grew up in. And I try to be, I'm a very respectful person. Like everyone that knows me knows I love people. I'm a social butterfly. The one thing I do not do is take disrespect from people. And that's Vlad from Castagli. Shout out to Vlad. Are we live? How are people meshing into us?
No, this is Tyler posted a Instagram question.
Oh, okay. So I was with Costa and Vlad from Castagli. We're getting ready for PCA and we're at Walmart because Vlad was letting us stay at his place. So Costa was buying like air mattresses and shit for us and like snacks and a whole bunch of shit. And we're walking out of Walmart of all places, which we almost just saw a fight like 5 minutes before. We're walking out and we were talking about a chick that had a face tattoo in there. She had like a neck tattoo that went on her face. And the chick was pretty. She was pretty. And I was just like, why would somebody put a dumb fucking tattoo like that on her face? And I think I said the word shit. I literally think I said the word shit. I didn't say an F word. I think I said the word shit or damn it. It wasn't like a big cuss word, right? It wasn't like motherfucker or something. It was like shit or damn it. And the guy walks up to me, I didn't know who he was. And he's like, are you good, bro? And I'm like, what? He's like, are you good, bro? And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm good. Are you good? And he's like, yeah. Don't talk like that in front of my customers. And I'm like, I turn around, I'm like, who the fuck are you, dude? Who the fuck are you? He's like, I work here. And I'm like, dude, it's fucking Walmart, bro. This is like the fucking ruthless, toothless hillbillies with no teeth shop here, bro. Like, the fuck out of my face, man. Then Costa gets involved. Costa's like, fuck you, man. Shut the fuck up. Get out of our faces. So we go outside, and this dude is still fucking chirping, man. He's still running his mouth. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Now he's got his little fucking his little underling comes out, little buff ass dude with some glasses. So we finish up, and the dudes are like staring at us packing up the car. We're already done with the problem. So I walk back and I go to put the cart back. And as I'm putting the cart back, the dude runs his mouth to me. He says some slick shit. He's like, "Oh, we still got a problem here?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about, man?" I'm returning the fucking cart instead of leaving it in the parking lot like an asshole. I was like, "Okay, so I see you still got a problem." So I walk up to him. I'm like, "Bro, look, I will fucking turn you into the world's largest pretzel if you don't shut the fuck up." I said, "You can take your work badge off right now, and you and Mighty Mouse can meet me over there in the parking lot or off premises or whatever you want." I was like, "I will fuck you up, and when I'm done fucking you up, I will fuck up Muscles here with you." I was like, "Cause them Muscles that shit's just for the mirrors, bro. That shit don't make you strong. I see you up in the mirrors flexing and kissing your biceps." I was like, "I will fuck you up too, bro." Anyways, he had some tattoos and he thought he was like a little fucking gangster or whatever. And I told him straight up, I was like, "Bro, them little tattoos don't scare me, bro. I know real scary people and you don't scare me." So long story short, Costa comes up and Costa's like, "Let me get your number. We'll meet up anywhere you want." The dude was running his mouth, and Vlad, typical European fashion, Vlad was just like, "Come on, guys, it's just fucking kumbaya, just be cool." So yeah, that was when I almost got into a fight in Las Vegas for minding my own fucking business.
Dude, there's a ton of fights in Walmart.
Dom, it's something about my face, bro. It's something about my face that people just don't. Maybe it's because I'm smiling all the time. I'm always happy. But I literally, after Tyler left, me and Costa got back to Esteli, Nicaragua, and a dude pulled a knife on me.
What? I missed that.
Yeah, you missed that. Unfortunately for that guy, what he didn't know is he picked the right one. As I've told you before, Tyler, he picked the right one. He pulled out a knife, and I happen to have a knife too. And I told him the same shit that I be saying to everybody.
I want your blood.
I said, "Yo quiero tu sangre, hijo de puta." That's what I told that motherfucker. So if you got any Spanish listeners, they know what the fuck I said. Shout out to Sam and Rosie, because I know they're going to hear it. No más tu ojos aquí.
Oh, yeah. So Vlad came to my shop that I work at. I don't know if we talked about that in the podcast. It's been too long, Tyler. Dang it. It was a 10-year anniversary. Vlad was here, had a poker tournament, caught an Uber back with him. Good guy. Last question, because I don't know when you have to dip. It's not a good question.
Got plenty of time. You can go through all the questions if you want.
All right, well, let's get this one out of the way. Yogi. First of all, Yogi sent Tyler and I some Nicaraguan DuPonts with our logo on them.
Oh, shit.
And by that, I mean they're Bics. But he says
they turned out great, by the way. Thank you, Yogi.
Yeah. How do you stay so sexy? This is his question.
Yogi, there's two things. There's actually three. One, I don't drink or do any drugs. I never have. My entire life, I've never drank. I've never done any drugs. I've never even smoked a cigarette. The only thing I've ever smoked is a cigar. Never smoked weed. Never tried it. Never smoked a cigarette. Don't drink. That's one thing. Two, I drink a lot of this, baby. A lot of Coca-Colas. A lot of Dr. Pepper is my favorite. They don't have Dr. Pepper here. I eat a lot of candy. As many of you guys know, Tyler brought me about 50 pounds worth of candy here. And to be dead honest, and a lot of guys know this, the key to life, fucking dead ass real. You got to have sex, bro, a lot. Minimum 3 or 4 times a week. If you don't do that, you're missing out on life. That's how I keep my body all svelte. You know, that's how I stay sexy, man. I appreciate the question, though, Yogi.
Tell the story about you fucking trying a shirt on at the one of the little shops.
Randy was there. Okay, so I have this thing I do here, Dom, where I go to the local pastry shop and I buy cinnamon rolls. And then I walk back to the cafe, which is like a mile walk. I walk back to the cafe with like 15 cinnamon rolls and I just pass them out throughout. Excuse me. Downside is to drink the Coke. I just, as I'm walking back to the cafe, I just hand them out to all the little honeys out here. Just like, if they're smiling, I'm like, "Hey, quiero un regalo." And they're like, "Okay, regalo." And I'm like, "Fine." I'm like, a cinnamon roll, right? I'm like, "Bread." They look in the bag, they take it. Everybody's happy. I don't do nothing. I don't ask them for their number. I don't say nothing rude. I just say, and then I say, "Good afternoon. Buenos tardes." And I just go on my way. Well, along this way is a lot of clothing stores, a lot of secondhand clothing stores, which is stuff that America donates and then they resell it here. And I tend to find dope shit. I mean, I found this dope ass Vans shirt. I find a lot of dope shit in these stores. Well, the other day, Tyler was with me when he was with me here. There's a store, and there's like 3 girls that work at this store, right? And they're all, Tyler, would you agree that they're all cute?
Yeah, for sure.
One's a little chunky monkey, but she got a really pretty face, right? There's one absolutely beautiful, brown skin with like dark freckles, which I love dark freckles, and I love brown skin women. Anyways, so Tyler's with me, and I'm like, yo, Tyler, go to the scram, get out of here, go to the next store.
Yep.
He's like, go to the next store, motherfucker. You over here assaulting my game. So I'm talking to the girl, whatever. I'm just, making small talk or whatever. And I'm like, I see a shirt that I like. It was like just like a t-shirt, but it was like a high quality cotton shirt, and it was like slim fit, which I'm a skinny dude. And they don't have fitting rooms at most of these stores. So I'll be like, can I try it on? And they'll say yes. What I'll do intentionally is obviously I'll take my shirt off, but I
Nothing by accident.
It's not by accident. It's intentional.
Yeah.
I won't turn my back to where they're at. If they want to not look, they can turn their back, right? So like I'm going to take my shirt off. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to take my shirt off, and they'll just continue to look at me. So I'm like, well, shit, I don't care. So I took the shirt off. I tried the shirt on. It was a good fit. One of the other girls came from the other store and was like, the one girl called her the store was in. She was like, come over here and see how the shirt looks. And she was like, it looks really good on you. I was like, all right, well, fuck it. I'll buy it then. It was like $2. So I buy the shirt, and me and Tyler proceed to go get cinnamon rolls. Well, we come back, and I'm giving the girl cinnamon rolls. And as soon as we walk up, the girls was like, psst. And as soon as we walk up, dead silent. And I knew they were talking about me or Tyler. So I asked them, I said, what are you guys talking about? They're like, nothing. I was like, look, I'm a smart dude. Obviously, you guys were talking about me or my buddy Grande. And they were like, well, we were talking about you. And I was like, well, what were you guys saying? They were just like, we were saying how beautiful your body is. And I was like, well, thank you, ladies. I appreciate that. And they asked me the same exact question that Yogi asked me. They said, how do you keep your body so sexy? This is literally what they said. How do you keep your body so sexy in Spanish? And I said, lots of sugar, lots of fucking, and walking daily. And the girl, like, they laughed when I said sugar. When I said lots of fucking, they got dead fucking silent. Dead silent. It was great.
You think like you could have mixed those 3 up for greater comedic effect? Like
yeah,
start
absolutely.
with walking, then sugar.
Then yeah. Well, and that's
fuck.
Yeah, usually I start with the candy because people love candy, right? So they're like, candy, what? And they could, ask questions, what kind of candy? What's your favorite candy? So I'll start with candy, right? So it's like that up and down effect. It's like that wave, right? I start like going up like candy, and they're like, okay. And then I go to fucking, and they're like, what? And then I go walking, and then it like goes back up. It's like, okay, that actually makes sense. So they're like, candy, whoa, I love candy. They're like, fucking, they're like, where is this going? And then I'm like, and they're like, that seems like it makes sense. So yeah,
out.
Joe,
yeah,
you're Ice Cream Man by Van Halen.
Yes, I do.
You're the Ice Cream Man except with cinnamon rolls.
So Dom, that's funny you said. So you and Tyler are like the opposites. You're like classic rock quotes, and Tyler's like fucking classic hip hop quotes.
We're pretty much opposites for everything. Yeah.
Yin and yang. It's like you're quoting fucking classic rock. Tyler's walking down the street going full Rain Man, like quoting like Biggie Smalls as he walks. No one here gets a reference, by the way, besides Gringos. So everyone's just like, what is wrong with your friend? Is he stupid? And I'm like, yes.
For real?
Yeah. Because you're like mumbling.
Is Tyler doing rap Tourette's in Nicaragua?
Yes. And they don't speak English, and they don't understand what the hell he's saying.
All right, like maybe I'll start doing Bad Bunny lyrics, okay?
Right. Like, so they know who Biggie Smalls is, but no one knows Biggie's music. Like, they know Tupac, but they don't know Tupac's music here. Damn. You might meet fucking, a couple of Nicaraguans, but not like many, not where we're at in Escalade. They might like the music, but if Tyler's saying it, because there's no like rhythmic tone to when Tyler says it. You remember that skit on In Living Color where the dude would recite hip hop, but in a monotone voice?
That's kind of how we start the podcast.
Exactly my point. So, like, without context and without that rhythmic sound, no one even knows that you're quoting hip hop besides people that know hip hop, right? Or know the song. So it just sounds like you just fucking mouth mumbling like dumb shit. So you're just like, nah, 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 nah. That's what they hear.
Damn, I got to work on that then.
Yeah. Do we have any more questions, Dom?
No, is it?
Damn, that sucks. 4 fucking questions. That's sad.
I had a bunch of topics I wrote down from like the 3 weeks that we didn't podcast.
Well, hit me with a topic then. I mean, we still got like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, let me see.
Oh, you guys don't know this, but Dom's wearing a fresh ass all black with the teal patina hat.
That's our.
I got one too.
I got that hat at my house here.
In vogue, on fleek outfit.
I see it, bro.
I had a dude come into the shop, and he's like, "Yo, I was just in Texas, couldn't find any cigar lounges out there."
What?
I'm just like, yeah, and I was like, "Yo, what city were you in?" He's like, "No, I was everywhere. Went to Austin,
No way,
Dallas." Yeah, I don't know what.
Dude, there's more.
Doesn't have a phone.
Texas has the most cigar shops than any other state in the U.S. And they're not. It's just like they say, like everything's bigger in Texas. They're not lying. Like every fucking cigar shop you go to in Texas is massive.
Yeah,
crazy. Even the mom and pop shops are massive, like 2,000 square feet.
So when you were with AJ, did you lived in Houston?
Yeah, I lived in Houston.
What's your favorite shop in Houston?
Shit, that's a hard one, man. There's a shop outside of Houston. Excuse me. It's called Absolute. I really like that shop. The guys there were fucking amazing.
Smoke Ring.
Smoke Ring. I love fucking Smoke Ring. I still go to, whenever I go to Texas, Smoke Ring is the first shop I go to. Just because I love those guys there, Tyler and all those guys. What's another one?
Larry.
Yeah.
Stogies. You go to Stogies?
Not that much.
And then so you're coming to PCA?
I will be at PCA. I will most likely be helping out. I'll be doing a mixture of things because I got a lot of buddies that this will be their first year at PCA. So I might be helping out one of my buddies, not at his, maybe setting up his booth, but I'll be more like trying to, send people his way just because he's starting to start his brand now, and I would love to see him do well. I will be with Costa doing the Toro POS system. I'm gonna do a shameless shout out for that. If any
Uh-oh.
Check. Are we reading? Dude, Luciano probably pulled the cord. He's like, that's enough.
All right. Are we good?
Yeah. Shameless plug for Toro.
Shameless plug. If you're a retailer and you're looking for a POS system, Toro POS, holler at your boy Baxter Cigars on Instagram. I don't have Costa's information, but if you holler at me, I will get you linked up with him. Several stores that have his POS system, but it's designed strictly for cigar retailers.
Yeah, most of the POS system are developed for other businesses. This one's for cigars.
It's for cigars and only for cigars, cigar bars and cigars. But it's amazing POS. And then I'll probably be helping out Luch if he needs my help over at the Crown Heads Ace Prime booth this year, which I'm wearing a Crown Heads hat because it's fresh as fuck and it goes with my outfit. But yeah, man,
I'm very lids.
Yeah, man, they make some fresh. I want that new fake Louis Vuitton print one. That one's sick as hell. Just on it. So if anybody's listening and they could give me that hat, I'd appreciate you.
I'll talk to. Let me talk to Miguel. But I know like the stuff you order on the website is different than like what they give out at events. So like but maybe we'll see.
Yeah, I can't even order. I live in Nicaragua, so it's like.
Oh, okay.
On a website, right?
Yeah.
Tyler, I've got a question for you.
Okay.
It was going to be for Skip if we had him on next, but I think it's better if you answer it, so then we can gauge what you think the relationship is between you and Skip. If you had died in the ocean that day, would Skip have continued to make the Viso Horny cigar? What do you think?
I don't know, because we hadn't. I mean, I have no idea. I don't know. That's a weird question.
That was a good one.
I'm gonna answer it, Dom. I think Skip would. I think Skip would, and I think the proceeds will go to like Tyler's burial costs or his mom or something like that. If Skip didn't, no, I'm being dead ass real, bro. I'm being dead ass real. I know it sounds funny, but if Skip didn't, bro, I'd be like, Skip's a bitch ass motherfucker, dog. And I love Skip. And I'm not saying that because I know Skip would do that, because I know Skip takes care of his people and like his boys and shit. So I know 100% without question Skip would do that, because Skip's a good ass dude and he got mad love for Bebe Grande. So yeah. And if he didn't, I'm pretty sure us dudes in the industry would, you know, his homies in the industry would be like, yo, man, you need to finish that cigar for Tyler, bro, just in his memory, and make it like the best cigar that Romo Craft ever put out.
But I don't want anyone else to smoke it. I want to be buried with it.
What?
That's a little bit. You're asking too much.
I know.
What we do
It's a diva question or response.
And use the ashes of the V So Horny and mix it up in the fucking urn.
Yeah, bro. Dude, I can't wait for that cigar to come out. Dude, and it's I was gonna say shout out to Brandon at Michael's. He was able to get Skip's sketch into the computer and design everything. And then shout out to Yogi. He's got the image, and he made a sticker already. He's sending me the sticker, and he's gonna make the stickers for the bundles. So originally we had talked about doing two blends with just different wrappers. We're just going to do one blend with the Connecticut broadleaf and 2000. So more than what I originally thought it was going to be. And then 10 count bundles. So instead of boxes, they'll be easier, 10 count bundles with the logo, which I haven't shown many people. So I'm going to keep that under wraps for a little bit, but it came out great.
Yogi, if you're still listening, slide in my DMs, bro. I would love the support, and I need stickers made, bro. So holler at me so that way I can support you, and then you can make the stickers for us, because I got some projects coming up that I need stickers for. Plus, I'd love to see your rendition of the Gringos Locos sticker. Maybe you can make it better.
Yeah. So yeah, shout out to them too. And then I still have to send out a couple of Visa Horny stickers to Ben and somebody else. I just been so fucking busy, because even like before I went to the trip, I had Costa came in, and I was working overnights, and I picked up some overtime, so it's been fucking nuts. And then I came back, and then bam, I worked my first day back a double, and double next day, so it's been crazy. But I'll get to the post office.
Oh, real quick, Dom,
yeah.
Dom, you know Tyler officially got a girlfriend?
Yeah, I did.
Is that shit amazing or what, bro?
I've been kind of lying low with the questions.
Listen, and I've seen a picture of her. She's a cutie, bro. Like, she's a cutie.
Yeah, so, we're official now.
Tyler, I knew you could do it.
What the fuck does that mean?
It means I was rooting for you the whole time.
Yeah, we were all
I'm in your corner.
We just need you to get a legit ass girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she could, help you with some things. Also, Dom, will you be at PCA?
No, I've got to work at the shop because all the owners are going to PCA.
Have you been to Nicaragua yet?
No, I haven't.
What?
Yeah, it's on my list of things to do.
That's some bullshit ass shit.
He's never gonna go. He'll never go.
Dude, I'm sketched out because I don't speak Spanish.
You don't need to speak Spanish. Tyler speaks.
I'm thinking like getting on trains or.
They don't have trains here. There's no train. They got rid of the whole train track here. It's on buses. And first off, I'm gonna be your tour guide, bro. I'm gonna be your Nicaraguan Sherpa. I'm gonna come meet you at the bus station. Ask Tyler. I do all this for all the homies. I meet you at the bus station, or if you come with a group of guys who'll rent a car. And Spanish isn't as important as you think, because almost every factory's got a dude that translates. And if you don't, the shit's pretty simple. Dom, do you just manage the stores or what?
No. I just work at a shop part time.
He's a teacher.
I teach middle school in the day, cigar shop at night.
Do you teach like a specific subject or just like
literature, and pretty much English?
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I always correct Tyler's English, and he blocked me once on Facebook for doing that.
Yeah, my grammar's horrible, so you'd probably do that a lot to me.
It's all good.
Horrible grammar. My Spanish is probably better than my English when it comes to like the correct structure. Dom, I'm not sure if you know this, but when Tyler came here, he spent all of his time with Skip. But Tyler, don't lie, motherfucker. Don't lie.
I spent a lot of time with you guys too.
And a percentage, how much time did you say you spent with me and Skip versus Skip?
It was mostly Skip, yeah.
Percentage wise.
60?
80.
Does he trust Tyler? Does he trust you to pour his drinks for him?
Joe or Skip?
Skip.
Yeah, what the fuck? I don't know what that means.
Just like, if he needs a drink, are you the one like, yo, hey, got you? They're like the water boy.
Yeah, Tyler.
I don't like that terminology. I don't like this line of questioning.
Dude, no,
either.
hey, you're all part of the same team. When that in high school football, man. Dang, I've got to cut so much out of this.
Let's cut this whole segment out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably. Yeah, that's good.
Stop Dom, you can just stop recording. We'll just end it right before this. We'll need an outro.
Well, no outro?
Yeah, we'll need an outro.
We haven't shouted out our sponsors. Shout the sponsor.
Do the outro right now, and then we'll cut off the recording.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Dom.
Shout out to our sponsor, CigarNoise. Dave West does all the stuff for small batch cigar. Check him out. Just I made a purchase recently. Small batch. Got some Viaje Cosecha. I don't know what they had. Anyway, coming in tomorrow. Dave West. Check out the blind reviews. Good stuff. CigarNoise. Rock and roll. Joe, thanks for joining us. Thank you for saving Tyler's life.
Thank you for having me.
Podcast wouldn't work with just me, even though Tyler doesn't really do anything on it.
So
yeah, you're right.
All right. Yeah.